Let's say somebody is having a slight pain in the chest. What would he do? He would immediately run to a cardiologist and get himself tested. If a person suspects that there is a problem with his brain, he will immediately get himself an MRI scanning or whatever test available for the brain. Similarly with the kidney. So it's a very common thing in society that we in general are more frightened or are more aware of the conditions which affect the heart or the brain or the kidneys. Every organ in the body is equally important, but in my understanding, the liver is slightly more important. Why? I'll explain it to you. In today's video, we will be discussing about the functions of the liver, how does it help the body, what would be the symptoms which the person might experience when his liver starts getting damaged, what should be the diet he should take, is liver detox a myth or can it really be done, what are the common diseases which the liver could be affected. So many things to discuss about the liver. So my dear friends, if you're coming to my channel for the first time, I would request you to subscribe to this channel and do press the bell icon. Hello friends, I am Dr. Suresh Somayajula and today, like I said, we'll discuss about the liver. Now, where is this organ liver? Now, liver is present just behind the rib cage. The rib cage protects the liver, so that is why you will not be able to directly feel it. The liver is one of the biggest organ in the body, and if you can see, right below the liver, there is a small balloon-like structure which we call as gallbladder. So these two, the liver and the gallbladder, work as a team. So what are the main functions of the liver? The liver acts like a filter. So we all know that any food which we eat, be it a cold drink or an ice cream or the normal chapati or rice or vegetables or fruit or the tablets which you eat, will always contain at least minute quantities of poisonous substance. It could be the residue from the fertilizer or the pesticides which is accidentally exposed into the water or anything. So when this food gets into the stomach and it gets absorbed into the blood and this blood is running through the body, why is it that we are not dead because of the poisonous things? At least some of the organs should be damaged, right? We are alive and we are not dead because as soon as the food gets absorbed into the blood, this blood first of all goes to the liver. Before it goes to any other part of the body, it goes to the liver. Liver detects all the poisonous substances present inside the blood and it absorbs and keeps those poisonous substances within itself. Yes, some of the liver cells will die in this process. But the advantage that liver has is it has got a very fast regenerative capacity. So these minor injuries, they are nothing for the liver and it gets healed really quickly. But everything has got a capacity. When you keep on injuring the liver through the food substances which you take beyond a certain point, even the liver will not be able to repair itself. That's one of the reasons why you will notice that in alcoholic, the first organ to be damaged would be the liver. So next time you are eating or drinking something, if you want to thank something, you better thank the liver. The next important function of the liver is to store the food. Let us say you have a television in your house and this television requires 1 unit of electricity to run for 1 minute. You want to watch a movie for 2 hours. So that would be 120 units of electricity. Now imagine that you have given the TV all of that 120 units of electricity in 1 second. What will happen to it? Immediately the TV will burst because it is not able to handle all of that sudden influx of electricity. Now similarly, your body requires, let us say, 10 units of energy. We'll translate this into glucose. So your body requires 10 units of glucose to function properly per minute. Now, if you want to survive for 3 hours, now imagine all of this 1800 units of glucose circulating inside the blood This extra glucose would damage the cells of the body, the organs of the body. But this does not happen as long as the liver is healthy. Why? Because the liver stores all of that extra glucose within itself in the form of glycogen, and it will see that the blood always has only the required amount of limited amount of glucose as much required for that particular moment. So if a patient is having extra blood glucose, which could be translated into diabetes, it is also possible that it is happening because of his liver being damaged. So a person having liver damage could easily become diabetic because of the increased blood glucose levels, which is a very common phenomena these days. Not just as a storage organ for glucose in the situations like fasting, wherein you have not eaten anything, whatever glucose or glycogen was stored in the liver that is already exhausted, do you immediately die because of lack of glucose? No. Why? Again, you will have to thank the liver, because now the liver is converting fats and proteins into glucose and supplying it into the blood so that the brain, heart, kidney, all the essential organs present in the body, they do not die. This is what is happening when you are fasting. So when you are doing your Karwa Chauth or when you are on a fast, if you are not dead, thank your liver. The liver not just stores the glucose, it is also a storage organ for many vitamins like A, D, E, K and vitamin B12, and also some minerals like iron and copper. Another function of the liver would be in controlling the cholesterol levels in your blood. What does your liver do? When the blood is passing through the liver, whatever extra cholesterol is present inside the blood, the liver cells take off the cholesterol from the blood and convert it into the bile juice, which is then stored inside the gallbladder. So by this process, the liver is able to help maintain the blood cholesterol levels. So if somebody is having elevated cholesterol levels in spite of having a very healthy diet, it is very important that they have their liver examined. On the other side, this liver is also an essential for the absorption of fatty substances from the food, because whatever bile which is produced, that gets into the gallbladder where it is stored, and when the food which you have consumed after passing through the stomach enters into the intestine, at the beginning of the intestine, this bile comes from the gallbladder, enters into the duodenum. This is where it gets mixed with the food, and only when bile is present, whatever fat which you have consumed in your diet, that will be thoroughly digested. So whether you want to digest the fat, whether you want to maintain the levels of cholesterol in your blood, liver plays an extremely important role. The liver also produces a lot of proteins which are very essential for the blood, like albumin, and also some of the clotting factors which are very essential for your blood to clot when you get an injury. So any damage to the liver could also result in damage in the blood and in the clotting mechanism as well. Liver is also very essential for maintaining the proper immunity, because it also is able to filter the bacteria which are present inside the blood. So if liver were to be damaged, now you understand so many multiple functions in your body could be damaged. You might now say, okay doctor, we have understood the importance of the liver, our respect towards the liver has really multiplied many folds. So how would I understand whether my liver is normally functioning or not? Generally, when the liver is not optimally functioning, patient could have heartburn, there could be acid reflux, there could be difficulty in digesting fats, there could be a lethargy in the body, very easily getting tired. The person would easily develop bruises on his skin, there could be dryness of the skin, there would be an increased tendency for allergies, there would be nausea, there would be vomiting, there could be reduced appetite, multiple symptoms, even symptoms like pain or swelling in the abdomen, even swelling near the ankles could be an indicator for liver damage. Now, when a liver is damaged, so what could the possible diseases be? Liver diseases would generally include hepatitis, which could be of multiple types. We'll have to have a separate video for that. Or it could be because of cirrhosis, wherein the liver damage has gone to a certain stage where it is beyond repair. There could be cancer in the liver, there could be gallbladder stones. Now, gallbladder stones are an entirely different concept as compared to the kidney stones, because kidney stones would be generally made up of calcium salts. But here it is not calcium, it is made up of cholesterol. The stone is made up of cholesterol in the gallbladder. What should be done here? We need a separate video for that. All of the diseases which we just spoke of are something which we can understand. An alcoholic having cirrhosis, understandable. A person infected with a virus or a bacteria having hepatitis, very easily understood. A person developing cancer, still understood. But nowadays there is a condition which is beyond the understanding of doctors as well, that is fatty liver condition in non-alcoholic people. Why it is developing? That's a big question mark. Now, fatty liver will be a precursor to diabetes in many people. Fatty liver, if it is not addressed at the right time, could lead to steatohepatosis, which is the preliminary stage of cirrhosis. And unfortunately, in almost 30 to 35 people in every 100 citizen of India, we are today finding fatty liver in the non-alcoholic people. So in the next video, I will be discussing a lot about these conditions and many more conditions. I will also discuss about the myths associated with liver detoxification. Is it actually possible to detoxify your liver? Can we do it in the house, or do we need to purchase something from outside? These and many more things. So if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and also press the bell icon so that you will be notified when the next video is out. That's all for today. Signing off from this video, Dr. Suresh Somayajula. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.